Alright, we might finally know where Kevin Durant will be traded to and where he will end up next. According to reports, the San Antonio Spurs are his likely destination and where he would like to be traded to, per Sam Amico of Hoopswire. And although we have heard about plenty of teams being linked to him, the 5 primary ones being the San Antonio Spurs, Houston Rockets, Miami Heat, New York Knicks, and Minnesota Timberwolves, apparently the San Antonio Spurs would be his favorite. And well, that's really not that shocking. I mean, after all, they do have Victor Wembanyama, one of the best, if not the best young player in the entire league at this point, definitely under the age of 22 in my opinion. And then combine them with De'Aaron Fox, and that's a pretty good outlook for a team. And well, with that in mind here, could they pull it off? Do they have the assets for it? And would the Suns take their trade package over a different team like the Rockets, who could potentially give them back some of their draft picks? Well, that's definitely up for debate here, but I think it would make sense. From the Spurs standpoint, they're not trying to wait around, they're not going to waste Victor Wembanyama's time and his potential early on prime and what they could get with him to simply try to rebuild around him and wait a bunch of time. No, they're going to try to make a trade, and that trade might be for Kevin Durant. And well, for what a trade would look like for him, it would take the contracts of guys like Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and Jeremy Sohan to simply make the trade work financially. Then for draft compensation, that's definitely up for debate here. I mean, from one side of it, the Suns obviously want back draft picks. They have very little of it and pretty much traded the entirety of their draft asset pool away at this point. So they're going to be looking for it, and a different report said that they want a similar trade package for Kevin Durant that they gave up, but that simply might not be available to them. I mean, already trading guys like Devin Vassell and Jeremy Sohan who they can kind of build around, I'm not sure they can get much draft compensation here. Definitely 1 first round draft pick, maybe 2 of them, but I'm not sure with that trade package if they could push for a lot more than that. Again, maybe 1 or 2 first round draft picks, maybe a future first round draft pick swap or 2 here, maybe an additional young player, but they really can't take any more salary here. So it's kind of a open discussion. Is a now 37-year-old or soon to be 37-year-old Kevin Durant worth that much? Even though he's still putting up 27, 6, and 4 on 50, 40, 90 shooting, nearly. Yes, he's obviously very good, but how much time does he have left? Is he worth an absolute trade haul? Is he worth what the Suns gave up for him? And should the Spurs or any other team for that fact cave into that price? Well, simply put, I'm not sure they should, and I'm not sure they will. You know, I think over time the Suns in their own right will cave a little bit, not demanding as much for Kevin Durant, not eventually trying to get what they traded for him. I really don't think that'll happen. Again, the guy's 37 or soon will be 37, can't ask for as much for him as they traded for him, not going to get 5 future first round draft picks and a Mikal Bridges with him, or anything even close to the equivalent of that in my opinion. Again, definitely can get a good young player for him, definitely can get additional draft compensation with it. At this point, I'm not sure how much they can demand, especially with him being under a 1-year contract. Therefore, the team trading for him will have to pay him very soon. You know, he can't ask for a 5-year maximum contract anymore, is no longer eligible due to his age, but any team that does trade for him will have to cough up plenty of money thereafter too. But again, we are talking about Kevin Durant here, and there will be a team that does it, and rightfully so too. I'm not sure if that team will be the San Antonio Spurs. This report says it likely will be, and that's the place that he wants to go. But I'm not sure if they'll eventually go that route and if they'll give up that much for him. They definitely have the draft assets and the young trade assets to do it with. Between their 24 total draft picks, including everything from first round draft picks, second round draft picks, and future first round draft pick swaps, they definitely have quite the asset pool here. So they're definitely not incapable of doing it. It all comes down to what they want to give up for him and if they feel like it's worth it, which will definitely be interesting to watch play out. And well, with all of that being said, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the ongoing Kevin Durant trade saga, and where do you think he will eventually end up? Will it be the San Antonio Spurs or will it be a different team? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.